5200 was partly invested in scheme A at 10% per annum compounding interest for 2 years and partly invested in scheme B at 10% per annum simple interest for 4 years. Both the scheme earns equal interest. How much was invested in scheme A? Okay, so 5200 was invested partly in scheme A and scheme B. Scheme A is of compounding interest, right? Scheme A compounding interest and scheme B simple interest. Okay, so let's assume that he invests X amount in scheme A. So what will be the amount invested in B? It will be 5200 minus X. Alright. Okay, now in scheme A he invests at 10% per annum for 2 years. So 10% for how many years? 2 years. And in scheme B invest at 10% for 4 years. Okay, now scheme B is of simple interest, so we can directly calculate the total interest here. It will be how much? 10 into 4, that is 40%. But we cannot calculate directly in compounding interest. We cannot do 10 into 2, 20 directly. We have to use the formula of what? Cumulative percentage here. The formula for cumulative percent is x plus y plus xy by 100. We have to use this formula in order to calculate the total interest here. If you are not aware about this formula, go on YouTube and search for cumulative percentage, or you can also search for equivalent percentage and go and look up the videos for these two topics and you will get to know how this formula is derived. Okay, so I'm not going to show it to you in this video, but you can like search for these in YouTube and learn about this. Okay, so now we'll use this formula. And okay, so 10% for 2 years, that means he is getting 10% interest in first year and 10% in second year. So that means we assume this as X and this as Y. So we substitute these two values in this formula. We get 10 plus 10 plus 10 tens are 100 over 100. 100 gets cancelled. We are left with 1. So 10 plus 10 plus 1, that is 21%. So your total percent is how much? 21%. Okay, so I'll just erase it. Just remember that to calculate the total interest in compounding interest scheme, we use the formula for cumulative interest, which is cumulative percent, which is x plus y plus xy by 100. Don't get confused here. Alright, now the question is telling us both the schemes earn equal interest. That means the interest earned in this, which is total interest, is 21% of the principal, which we assumed as X. This is equals to the interest that is earned here, which is 40% of the principal, which is 5200 minus X. These are equal. So now let's calculate. 100 gets cancelled. So 21x is equals to 8 000 minus 40x. So 40x gets to the left hand side, gets added. We are left with 61x is equals to 2,08,000, and x is equals to 2,08,000 divided by 61, and I have already calculated this value. This comes out to be 3409.83. So we can approximate to 3410, and this is our required answer. So option C here is the correct one.